In the wake of India's assertive departure from the outdated and lopsided Indus Waters Treaty, Pakistan has been scrambling to construct a new fear-based narrative to keep the pressure on India's water sovereignty. Their latest rhetorical weapon is a hypothetical scenario. What if China stops the Brahmaputra's water to India? This question, while designed to provoke alarm, collapses under the weight of geography, hydrology, and plain facts. To begin with, the Brahmaputra is not a river whose lifeblood lies in Chinese hands. Contrary to what Pakistan would have one believe, China contributes only around 30 to 35% of the Brahmaputra's total annual flow. And this contribution comes primarily from glacial melt and limited rainfall on the Tibetan Plateau. The bulk of the river's might, a substantial 65 to 70%, is generated within India itself. This is thanks to the abundant monsoon rainfall that drenches Arunachal Pradesh, Assam, Nagaland and Meghalaya, feeding numerous powerful tributaries such as the Subansiri, Lohit, Kameng, Manas, Dhansiri, Giabarali and Kopili. The hills of the Khasi, Garo and Jaintia ranges further reinforce the system through rivers like the Krishnai, Digaru and Kulsi. A simple comparison of the river's flow at two key points drives the truth home. At the Indo-China border in Tewting, the Brahmaputra's discharge is around 2,000 to 3,000 cubic meters per second. But once it reaches the plains of Assam, for instance, near Guwahati, this figure swells dramatically to between 15,000 and 20,000 cubic meters per second during the monsoon season. Clearly, this is not a river India receives from upstream. It is a rain-fed Indian river system, fortified by India's own terrain and climatic forces. Even in the unlikely event that China were to curtail the water flow, something it has never officially threatened or signaled, the impact would not be catastrophic. In fact, given the Brahmaputra's well-documented tendency to cause devastating floods across Assam every year, a temporary reduction in flow might actually offer some respite to millions affected annually. So, far from being a vulnerability, the river's character is both a challenge and a strength India has long managed, not because of dependence on others, but through its own resilience and adaptive governance. Pakistan's nervousness is understandable. For over 7 decades, it has benefited disproportionately from the Indus Waters Treaty, a colonial-era framework that India abided by even in the face of hostility. Now, as India recalibrates its approach to water sovereignty and asserts its rights, Pakistan seeks to deflect by invoking fears over China and the Brahmaputra. But the Brahmaputra is not a foreign-controlled faucet. It is a mighty force born of Indian monsoons, nurtured by Indian geography and managed by Indian will. Let them be reminded, this river is not merely a flow of water, but a symbol of our civilizational continuity and ecological abundance. The Brahmaputra is ours, not just in geography, but in spirit.